Hi, Greenie, how are you? Ken, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We're gonna get started here in a second. Is the audio okay? I've had to set up my setup again. Still it works, so I can't hang out, but yes, sir. I appreciate it. We appreciate the love either way. We're gonna start a new playthrough. So I don't know exactly how I want to go about playing yet. We're gonna have to go through the archetypes here. We have the thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Sensitive, very psychological, magnetic personality, but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. Or physical, extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Hey Hunter, how you doing? Welcome in. I don't know if we should go with an archetype or just jump in and build our own character. I'm kind of between thinker and sensitive. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing all right, man. Just hanging out. Just finished work. Gonna play some game before dinner. Hope everybody had a good day. Okay, so let's do your capacity to reason. So he's not very convincing. I kind of feel like we should do... You came at my performance review with Stacy today. She wished she could have kept you kept W. Man, Stacy was great. I miss Stacy. I should see how Stacy's doing. How'd your performance review go? Hopefully only good things. Let's create our own character. Okay. Let's do... like 4422. That sounds okay. Hold on. 5 4. I feel like I never want to have a 1. So let's do 4422. Stacy's kind of guiding me to a lead managerial position, so that's pretty chill. Hell yeah. We love to see it. Still at work though, so I gotta deal with some stuff. Fair enough, buddy. No problem at all. I'm glad you stopped in. Let's see. Signature skills. I get 4 total. Wield raw intellectual power to reduce the world. Call upon your knowledge, produce fascinating trivia. Persuasion, enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. This is the Ben Shabibo traits. Drama, play the actor. Lie and detect lies. Conceptualization, understand creativity, see art in the world. Reconstruct crime scenes, make laws of physics work for the law. Okay, so just as a background for this game, essentially we're going to try and be a detective. So that's why some of these things are kind of important. I would prefer to be a talky detective, not really like a fucking people up detective. So we're gonna start with that. I think visual calculus is gonna be, let's see, volition, hold yourself together, keep your morale up, hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life, understand others, work your mirror neurons. Intimidate the public, assert yourself. Esprit de corps. Connect to Station 41, understand cop culture. Charm men and women, play the puppet master. I mean, there is some benefits to doing that. I feel like half of being a detective is just being able to get people to talk about stuff, but... It just gives me one extra point, so I don't think it's going to be a super big deal. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Oh, also, this game just recently got a... Well, I say recently, like within the last year, got a fully voice-acted update, so I don't have to read as much.
There is nothing. Only warm, primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never.
My ancient
ever.
reptilian brain.
Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time
We
passes.
love not existing.
It is only void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
I like pain and burning light and wanting things for people who don't want to give them
Do
to
you
me.
really?
I do. Let me off.
Like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
There's this giant ball there. And evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
So we're starting it out like that, huh? How big is the ball, or how small are the apes? How big's the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small. Vying for resources is just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That is sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
We're getting in it, boys.
You lost.
I lost. I already
Sad
lost. The
outside.
game's over.
You recognize it. It's a Caprice Canadian motor carriage.
Nice, nice, nice. Not completely naked, just mostly naked. Tore out the tape while the song was playing. Rolling on empty. Can I got my pants on.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Let me get
It
him out.
says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
You need a key to lock it from the inside? Or is that just... Oh, okay. Just dumb. Never mind. Ignore me. The sink's on. What's that about?
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man.
I think that someone is going to be me.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
I don't know who I am.
Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
My man's was going through it. Well, let's take a look.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
There is definitely something wrong with where to even begin.
It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol.
Then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
I'm out of here. Wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. A shirt. You know, all things considered, my clothes don't look all that fucked up. Considering that I've been on, apparently, the bender to end all benders. Disco ass blazer.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend.
Oh my gosh, I can buy followers?
Wants to reattach itself
oh my
to your neck,
goodness.
so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Goodbye. Oh, shit.
This fan has 2 or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. If it's your friend, why was it up there? Who ties their friend to a ceiling fan? Maybe this thing is dangerous somehow. An ominous, foreboding feeling fills you as you look at the tie. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burn a hole in your brain. The lights are off.
We got any aspirin? Can I just take the tie off? What if I don't want the tie? Oh, it does increase a stat. My horrific necktie increases my stats. Okay, then I guess we keep the tie on just for that. Okay, that door doesn't want to unlock. Is that like something I can... Tools? Items? Interact? Keys? Oh, shit. Goes back on the button. Okay. Am I missing shoes?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Assess the damage.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist, like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend.
My shoe.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. A cool
I should go
wind
get that shoe. I don't care what anybody says, I need that shoe. But I'm gonna get the other shoe first. Do I look like more or less of a freak if I go out in just my socks instead of one? I feel like one shoe makes me look like a freak. So I think I'm gonna go out with my toes out. Journal, find your other shoe. Okay. Let's make it happen. Revachol? Cool. That's where we are, I'm assuming. Okay. So now I just have shoes and I put them on and I'm not a freak.
There they
Oh,
both
what the fuck?
Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, like two baby crocodiles. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Well, that's sad. Okay, but now I am clothed and shoed. It's March, the year is 51.
Hello, officer.
Hello.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and keep walking. This is true to form.
Officer.
No, wait. Oh. Trompe le monde. I have this little portrait. I still don't know what I look like, so... Doors open at 1600.
A bespectacled man.
I have
in an
played
orange
the
bomber
intro
jacket
to this
is
game, so
tapping
I
his
do
foot
know
on the floor.
a little
Looks
bit
like
about
he's
it.
waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Hello,
We're just gonna shake the hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi,
Kim
Lieutenant,
Kitsuragi.
Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize this is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Oh yeah, we're gonna bullshit this.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon. but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days,
But I've been
you have
drunk
been
as hell.
otherwise occupied.
Or otherwise occupied. I suppose that works too.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right?
Sure.
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Of course
Good.
I have.
But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So,
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. After you.
Let's make it
If
happen.
you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge?
I mean, I don't.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Thanks, tutorial agent. Okay, so we gotta go talk to the manager.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching.
Damn, that's rude.
He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant. Could he be irritated with you? He avoids eye contact altogether, like you're not even there.
Mr. Gart, right?
God.
You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41? Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
I think we got him. Let's just arrest this guy.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
Police officer condescending on duty.
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes?
This guy's a
In case we need
big fucking
direction.
deal in the cafeteria
Yes, I
community.
know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Am I not a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
I
Thank
do.
you.
Didn't go
I
well.
asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you?
This stuff gets
Nothing
on
to
my
do with the
nerves.
lynching.
I'm a feminist. We'll fuck this guy up. No, let's not start some shit right now.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
Nah, man, I don't owe you nothing.
You don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit, you owe me money.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
Oh, shit. Alright.
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here, or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just give me the money.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him! No one is saying that! No one is saying that Ty can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him! It would be wiser! He wants to take your money!
the lieutenant looks at you tugging on your gear.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
Thanks, Kim.
That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, brain damaged?
Since I woke up, I have trouble remembering even the most basic concepts
Money
of
is
reality.
what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get these investigations.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's kind of
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I
But
even
you've
have
been
one?
at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Exact street, exact number of building. I live in a dumpster. Fuck everything, hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop.
Sort thoughts. Temporary research bonus, -1 composure. Cop, a hobo cop. Upsides, can be disheveled, doesn't have to wash, carries himself with lurched gusto. Hobo cop, doesn't need anyone or anything. I'm gonna internalize. Alright, let's go outside. Backyard of the whirling in rags. We need to report. Okay. We'll look at the body first before we do anything else. Just a kid hanging out. There's another kid.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Hi there, Loon Rises. How are you?
You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up.
Kim's
officer.
my man. He knows what's
No one
going
is
on.
judging.
It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is
He's
judging.
about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
What a shit voice.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected.
Don't throw up on Kim. Oh, bruh. Doing fine. I finished the game once, now playing in hardcore. Watching you while eating chips. That
Too
sounds
late.
good. I'm actually
It's
really hungry.
impossible
I
to
should have
keep
made
in.
dinner before I
Your
started
body
streaming.
curls and pushes it out, burst by burst.
What kind of chips you got? What's the move? It's too late. Impossible to keep it in your body. Curls and pushes it out.
Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from it.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Doritos, but green. Green Doritos. What flavor is green Dorito? Green Dorito. Poppin' jalapeno? By the way, be careful with those two kids. Okay, I will attempt to be careful. Pepper flavor. Hell yeah, sounds good.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay. Well, I don't have any money, so I can't really buy ammonia. Let's go talk to the gardener.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
Let's ask some questions.
What can I help you with? Sure, I'm done with it.
Nice.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Of course, I won't hold you back.
I can give you a tip about getting money, not spoiler.
No
We'll
doubt,
see how it goes.
you get the feeling that you need them.
If you hang around a little bit
Body to
longer
build
and I
after.
decide that that sounds like a good idea, I'll let you know. Perfect gloves, you get the feeling you need them. You have a lot to deal with.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
This gardener's too nice. I don't deserve their attention. Okay, so now...
There he still is,
Oh.
looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated.
How do I... equip?
There he still is, looking right through you with his... The ammonia only makes it worse. The second time,
Nope.
not so much.
Losing it
When the
again.
vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
You can right-click on stuff.
Nor does the wind right now.
The weight is reassuring.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. That's probably a good idea. Clear our head. But before we can do that, you need to get your shit together. We should go
That's
talk
true,
to the
Kim.
locals. Find something else to do while the wind...
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and intern...
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Okay, half an hour. 9:30, we can try again.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to
You
12
can case the
pairs have
area.
walked here. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints of 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes.
Yeah, this is just
number
impressive.
44.
Either way.
6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46, but the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds
So we
200
have 8
kilograms.
people, 1 might be a woman or a small man, and 1 big person.
8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the
Maybe
pattern
someone
of the soul,
who
however. The right soul is smoother,
favors their right
more
foot.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman? Or a kid?
I guess I don't really know anything about shoe sizes, so I would guess it's a woman.
Okay.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Anything else?
I do not know.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
An aberration.
Interesting. Let's name it the old soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
Hey, a dock worker could be a drummer. We don't know.
Perhaps it could be a driver. The driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Mm-hmm.
Good call, Kim. Good call.
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Is there any point in speculating?
What do I
You
think?
just ask.
A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. Isn't it strange to have your assumptions confirmed like this? This is what someone whispering suggestions in your ear would like you to feel. The lieutenant is saying something, but you can't hear it. Suddenly, it seems like your tie is alive again.
What? Without being content? What are you? Mild to moderately disabled? That doesn't feel like something you should do. Live a little. Everything on the damn crime scene fits like a glove. You should get shit-faced on this damn crime scene.
I'll find a way to get drunk on this scene. I swear to God, I will.
Shut up, fuck midget!
Nope. Okay.
I have no idea what's going on here, but you should not do anything that the horrific necktie tells you to do.
That much is clear.
Detective?
We should celebrate by getting absolutely under the hammer in this yard. I'm experiencing a mild malfunction, Lieutenant. Something to do with my tie. It'll pass. Can you hold on to it for a moment?
The lieutenant looks at you curiously. A beat passes in silence. The wind blowing, the cargo belt squeaking. The lieutenant doesn't understand what's happening right now. You're twisting at your tie, looking sweaty even by your standards. He needs to say something.
I agree. Our assumptions could be wrong. Better not to have them confirmed just yet. Do you see anything else?
Look in the dumpster.
This trash container is locked. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death. The lieutenant leans in to inspect the lock.
You got a lockpick,
We
Kim?
could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the whirling.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
It's true. We don't need to pry. Let's talk to Kuno.
Got this?
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
What's up? Nappa Kimpi Kuno? Hey kid, a word? I'm sure this kid's gonna tell me to fuck myself.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the dick.
Oof. Alright, kid.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Yeah, what does that
The
mean?
kid is obviously high.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah!
They pay you no heed.
Shits himself?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. Just take it easy.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him be. Volumetric shit compressor? We'll just keep. Oh, I wanted to take the gloves off. I mean, I right click and nothing really happens. Control click. Okay. Before we go in to talk to the manager, let's use the phone and call in my badge and ask for money, I guess.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Soft glow of fuel preheater gauge. Let's
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Let's call our
Just a second,
precinct
officer.
first.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
Is it him? What does he want?
He says he needs money.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
I think we're gonna push it.
He says he's in trouble, doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vigmar said...
Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity.
He says it's important.
He isn't getting a red cent.
Request denied, sir. Over. Anything else, sir? Over. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is very...
Any other good news?
He's saying he lost his badge.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Stanford, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Oh.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come in.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too. Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun, too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Oh, we're gonna sell that.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Oh, Request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
Come again, please. Over.
I'm just gonna keep selling that I have a laser gun.
I'm going to need to put you on speaker for a second. Over. The officer is describing his genitalia in exaggerated terms. Over.
Host in heaven. Did he lose his gun and his mind?
Yes.
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't. This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of cocoa noodle by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
I lifted his mama's after I fucked her ass all night. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna turn it off.
The silence is almost...
That did not go well. I guess the important... Did we need anything else here?
No. We're good. That was sufficient.
Can I help you? What thing? Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to explain myself to you.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Mine? No, it belongs to the...
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
That's nuts.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The whirling in rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism. He killed himself.
Okay.
No one was implying you were, officer. Where were we?
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Later, idiot.
This trash container with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobocop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Hell yeah.
There is, but you won't like it. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Dig in the Hobocop style for extra content. I'm going for the extra content.
An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny. It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000, easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself. No, you won't. Because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings.
No.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Always thinking ahead, Kim.
Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loop the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
I don't have my gloves on.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
Yeah, why am I even here? I feel like Kim can just one-shot this.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, but nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives.
Okay, Kim, I promise I'll
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Good.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Use Enter-O.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
We got the whole fucking gambit here, boys. Love this answer, but I'm not gonna be selecting it.
If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn...
Getting paid sounds good. He's
It's
right.
the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
Damn. Alright.
Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Maybe.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks.
Nice.
This means you can read the watermark.
Okay.
Progress.
While a bunch of sodden they're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event. Onto the paper, with a brash free hand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
No, actually. Any ideas?
Shit on a stick.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out. Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten logs on investigations dating back to January 51. Stamped case files, commit to paper. These are the last couple of months of your life. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh, let's see what we did.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your... Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120141 is your precinct. It's safe to say those are the initials of the officer responsible for the case. Your initials.
Darshan Binzakin? It's a good-ass name. But
I got nothing here either. Logic really isn't the best faculty to have this conversation with. But it's the one you got. So sorry. Yeah, we're staying out of this business for now. HDB is bad news from yesteryear. It's shit, honcho. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
I don't know if we should really be doing this. Does it mean it's going to take me a half hour? Like, I'm going to have to sit and click through this?
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible, only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class." People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
I don't believe in that rubbish one bit.
In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
I will be back in just a minute. I'm gonna go get a drink. Alright, let's keep going.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red. all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. But they appear pleasantly vague.
I'm just going to breeze through these.
These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call, a dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in. Yes, all that the rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between...
I think I'm done with that. Let's back up. We got a skill point to use. We can level up. Oh, wait, shit. No, I don't want to do that. We can do something else. I'm thinking suggestion is the way to go. Let's check the body now. It's been a half hour. The wind should have changed.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is in...
No, guess not. Any points in endurance. Okay. Well, now we can check the ledger. Also, I'm just gonna rummage through this garbage.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Hundreds?
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
Yeah, I'm just gloating. Hey Kim, tell me how cool I am.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
Damn, we're gonna keep
Right.
it depressing.
Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Kim's goated.
lieutenant
We like
nods.
Kim.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RC.
Let me see. Right here. Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt out quarter. Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Oh, dude, he's got
You can
remote
now see
start
your
on this
statistics
bitch.
on your
That's nuts. Alright. Oh, I forgot to call,
Inside, you see
lady.
a set of steering levers,
What's her
a
name?
radio microphone,
Sylvie?
a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Okay.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Thanks, Alice.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the
Not
money to have
copper
the cables put in
thieves.
again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Yeah, we don't need to push
Maybe,
it.
I
We
don't
already
know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while
Fuck that
screaming,
bird.
"Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Bitch bird got what was coming to her.
It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you, well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there.
I fucking suck.
I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about being the most boring person alive and how everyone leaves you because you're just so boring. And then I had to deal with your toilet, the one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
Can we at least help her with this?
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do. No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him maybe. Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please
no
don't.
gun. Got it.
A sigh of relief on the other.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
I'm all done. We have a couple questions for the barkeep or the manager or whatever.
Can I help you? Wait, what? But what about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left. You broke the skewer!
I assure you it was him.
It's as if he can't decide whether to be angry or relieved that it was you. Again.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
I don't even know. There's not really a good answer to this.
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse,
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
There's no power vertical anymore because she doesn't work there.
Really? I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted to...
Or can you give him a moment? Somehow you realize this is not going to net you any professional discounts. Already he's reverting back to defensive.
Yeah, we'll give him a little break. Let him mull that over. I got another level up. I said I needed to up my endurance, right? Okay. Let's check the list. Maybe we'll go exploring for a little bit. We can talk to this lady too.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to? You rascal. I'm too old for you, and too married besides.
Your advances haven't thrown her off one bit. In another place and time, she would have probably welcomed your attention.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
The cryptozoologist's wife? Damn, we got...
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when
How
they're
do we
away.
just know that?
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
It seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady. Of course, dear.
Just a nice lady.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is intact. Ha ha ha. Every time it happens, it gets worse and worse. There's nothing more to throw up now. All that's left is crying and convulsing dryly at the same time.
I'm just gonna cry.
Little black bubbles pop on the corpses.
Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn to keep it in long enough for us to work.
You can open this white check again by going to your character sheet.
Relax. It's okay if you don't make it today. The bloated corpse isn't going anywhere. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite.
Nailed it.
That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed?
What the fuck? definitely gonna take the money.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into...
I probably don't need to be fucking with this right now. I don't have a reason to be over here. Probably give it a couple more minutes and then we'll call it a night. I'm hungry. Gotta cook dinner.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. Yes? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her.
Staff, none of us would tamper
I can
with
vouch
the
for
crime
all
scene.
my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime
I mean, we
scene.
already know who else has the trash
The
keys.
trash collection service?
services.
CS Municipal.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here. Thank you anyway.
Yes?
Alright. I feel like we can just save here. This game is fun for me so far. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's see who we can raid. Let's go see what H God's up to. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to stream at least a couple other times this week. Have fun. Have a good week.